All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing in the dark at Phoenix. Up front, Kyle Holden and AJ Godsey. David Garman, Mark Nelson have the second row. Ian Ogden and Mark Dantuma on the third row. Harley Barletta, Jared Heasley on the fourth. Kevin Reed and Greg McDaniel rounding out the top 10. Matt Johnston in 11th. Eric Stoy starting in 12th. Jeff Hinkle 13th. Chris Parker in 14th. William Mann Jr. in 15th. Brandon Springer 16th. Austin Habel in 17th. Rick Sargent 18th. Richie West in 19th. William Mann Sr. starting in 20th. 21st is Andre Guerra, 22nd, DJ Kenner. Aaron Mason starting at 23rd. Bill Percy starts 24th. Topher Baltimore, as always, in race control, will not be on the track. Brian Oshinska starting 26th. Vern Spring starting 27th. Mike Smith starting in 28th. I believe 360 sprints. Sorry, I guess I should have wrote that down, Jason. Yeah, 360s at Knoxville, if I remember correctly. I'm sure Skylar will drop in and correct me here in a minute if I was wrong. All the cars taking to the grid, getting ready to roll off here at Phoenix. Oh, it definitely will be. Jason cheering on Mike Smith here tonight. I got you, Jason. All right, everybody is rolling. All the drivers rolling off pit road, getting ready to go racing here at Phoenix. Kyle Holden, AJ Godsey at the front. Here they come off the turn. Pace car is in. All the way back around to the start-finish line. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. And what in the world? Kyle Holden sends it all the way to the infield right off the bat to jump into the lead in front of AJ. Here comes Gourmet up top. Caution is out already. Looks like DJ the Iceman Kenner is involved. Oh! Bill Percy just does not get the brakes in time. Everybody checked up mid-pack. Bill Percy just couldn't get to the brakes in time. And it looks like the 44 Brian Oshinska caught a piece of it. Trying to get a closer look at that car to see he has a new paint scheme here tonight. A lot of new paint schemes. Vern Spring also. No, that's the same one he had last week. Oh, Mike and Ike's. Skylar Massey cheering on Gourmet. Definitely, Russell. I will post all the information again later tonight or tomorrow. The Discord link's already in the Facebook comments, so Skylar was kind enough to put it there. It is going to be an awesome, awesome race, and it's going to be raise a lot of money for a very good cause. Not a lot of changes in the lineup. Austin Habel did manage to pick up 3 spots, has gone from 17th to 14th. Richie West has picked up a couple of spots up from 19th to 17th, and Andre Guerra up 2 spots from 21st to 19th. Mike Smith did not take the grid, and Topher Baltimore in race control. Since I'm not sure that our leader completed 1 green flag lap, we may go single file on the restart. Time will tell here. Lights are still on the pace car. Everybody just settling in. This will extend the fuel window a bit. This track, obviously, often being a 1-mile track and you're out of the throttle a whole lot, is easy to conserve fuel here. Pace laps make it substantially easier. We've seen long races here be one-stop races. Garmy warming up the tires a little bit. Looking back through the field, Harley's got a new hot copy paint scheme. I believe that's a new paint scheme for Greg McDaniel. Jeff Hinkle has updated his as well. Austin Habel in an Aaron's rental looks a lot like an old Michael Waltrip paint scheme. Just getting word from race control, it will be a double file restart. Pace car is in. Now the long drive down what used to be the front straightaway. Now the back straightaway, and they gotta come all the way back around. Kyle Holden controls the restart this time. Will he do the same? No, he fires. Green flag in the air. Gourmets down to the bottom for second place. Gourmets cuts it down into the infield. And AJ with the momentum advantage up top. Down the back straightaway they go into turn 3. AJ now in second. Caution is out again. Looks like Andre Guerra may have been involved trying to find the incident. And he was heavily involved. Let's try and get another angle on this. Out of turn 2, and oh! Springer gets the outside wall, bounces down and collects Andre. Andre goes around. Fortunately, nobody else involved. Unfortunately, Andre hard hit. William Mann Jr., Brian Oshinska, William Mann Sr. all on pit road. Phoenix, definitely a tight track, and getting off the corners is a bit tricky. They did increase the banking with the latest round of renovations to the track. 10 to 11 degrees in turns 1 and 2, 8 to 9 degrees in 3 and 4, 10 degrees of banking now on the front straightaway, 3 degrees on the back straightaway. Does make things a little bit better. Bill Percy getting waved around. He'll be back to the lead lap now. I am saying AJ. No, it would more aptly, just due to the color of his car, Jason, would be more like Blue Jay. I mean, if we're getting technical about it. Tow for Baltimore bracing for a long night in race control. I think I heard a bottle open. Brandon Springer did not come to pit road after hitting the wall. Try and get a look. Not a lot of damage to the car. Some right front aero damage. It looks like that right side caved in a bit. As the lights go back out on the pace car. Pace car about to drop in off of turn number 2. Pace car is in. They'll take the long drive down the back straightaway. Kyle Holden in control of the restart. Here they come through 3 and 4. Kyle fires. They're down and away. Green flag back in the air. Garmin all the way to the apron trying to take on AJ Godsey. Further back in the field looking through guys trying to make their way up now. Rick Surgeon back there. We haven't talked about Rick at all tonight, but Rick was extremely fast in practice. Look for him to make his way forward before this thing is said and done. And a lot of 2 wide racing. It gets a little sketchy when they come back up from the apron. They're trying to make it 3 wide mid-pack. Up front, Kyle Holden still in the lead. AJ Godsey in second. David Garmin in third. Ian Ogden in fourth. Mark Dantuma now in fifth. Harley Barlett up to sixth. Kevin Reed in seventh. Eighth is Jared Heasley. Matt Johnston is not. Look at this mess from about ninth on back. Right behind Matt Johnston. Mark Nell. Oh my goodness. Mark Nelson has a mess right behind him. He pulls away just a little bit ahead of Eric Stoy. Eric's got Chris Parker looking. Chris got the inside wall. A big checkup and a lot of guys caught in that one, including the 00. Austin Habel got a piece of that. Richie West, Jeff Hinkle right behind this battle. Meanwhile, Kyle Holden out front trying to pull away from AJ. They both have opened up a gap, though, on third place, Ian Ogden. Garmin has drifted all the way back to fifth behind Mark Dantuma. Yeah, Xander, I can do a little bit. I can even do dirt. Tune in Thursday night. And Sweet Tea himself is in the comments. What up, Ty? Harley Barletta back in 6th. Currently second in points, has been in contention every single season since he has been in BRR. Came very close last season. Looking for some redemption here tonight. Brian Oshinska has gone to pit road. He had some damage. It might have been an early retirement for Oshinska. Believe me, Xander, if I got a dirt road league, I would love that. Hey, thanks, Ty. And yeah, Garmin, a strong start to the night, has drifted back a little bit. Now has to fight Barletta. And look at Kevin Reed, who has struggled so far this season in the Xfinity cars. Every previous season, the first season of BRR was in the ARCA cars. It has been Cup cars ever since. This is the first season in Xfinity. Most of the drivers really enjoying the change and having to learn to drive again, having to learn how these cars handle. Oh, Jared Heasley way out of shape. Kyle Holden actually pulling away from AJ Godsey. And here comes Greg McDaniel in the 30 car. Up to 11th now. Starting to make his charge. He has really been one of the dark horses in almost every race. He has kind of gone to the Jeff Hinkle school of tire saving and conservation, keeping the car out of trouble, and it has paid off every season he's been in here. In trucks, in Cup, in Xfinity, he is constantly moving forward. And it is official, Brian Oshinska has retired from the night. Garmin continues to struggle here at Phoenix as he is now back to 10th. Eric Stoy, one of the biggest movers so far, up 4 spots from 12th to 8th now. Biggest mover so far has been Vern Spring, who started in 27th and is now up to 22nd. And Kyle Holden continuing to pull away at the front. The battle is on for 3rd, though. Mark Dantuma has pulled up to 3rd. Harley Barletta has pulled up to 4th. Both drivers as fast as the leaders the last few laps. Ian Ogden currently running in 5th in his first season of BRR. He has came out every week so far. Jared Heasley continues marching his way forward, now looking to get around Kevin Reed. That car way out of shape a couple laps ago, held on to it. This track not exactly easy to get around. And look at this mess back here as they continue. Richie West down to the apron to make the pass. Can't quite get there yet. William Mann Jr. Definitely struggling here tonight. He has been a top contender recently. Let's take a ride in Ecto 1 as he goes through 3 and 4. Oh, across the start-finish line, down through the kink, down the front straightaway. And you see guys dropping all the way to the bottom here. Anything they can do to get an advantage here at Phoenix. Fighting the wheel off of turn 2, trying to not lose the back end. That is the common problem here. The car getting loose, especially out of turn 2. Richie trying to get up top around Mark Nelson. Hasn't been able to get there yet. Staying right there on the back bumper. And look at that mess in front of him. An accident waiting to happen potentially. Jeff Hinkle is starting to work his way forward. Getting by Chris Parker, now up into 11th. Another issue that they'll come into, as long as this stays green, it will not be long before Kyle Holden gets into lap traffic. AJ Gotzi has fallen 1.5 seconds back from the leader. Harley Barletta in third, now closing in. Mark Dantuma has drifted back to fourth. Ian Ogden has just continued to run extremely consistent laps. In fifth place, has not fallen back, has not advanced. Could come alive in the second half of this run. Mark Dantuma really drifting up off of turn 4. Ian drops down to the apron, trying to get a run down to the inside. Kyle Holden has not found lap traffic yet, but it can't be much longer. As he continues to lead and put down some of the fastest laps. Last time by AJ, just slightly faster. Through turns 3 and 4 now, and looking to see as he comes down the front straightaway just how far ahead his lap traffic is. Lap times here running about 29.25 seconds right now. 28.15 is the, 28.14 is the fastest lap turned by AJ Gotzi so far. Bill Percy showing 22 seconds behind. Kyle Holden is going to catch him before too much longer. And once they are racing lead lap cars in lap traffic, things are going to get really exciting, especially where the battles are. Some of the field starting to spread out. William Mann Jr. finally starting to pick up some spots. He is now up into 12th, battling with Matt Johnston for 11th. Oh, it gets a little close off turn 2. Mark Nelson right there with him, ready, waiting to pounce. Andre Guerra, who was involved in that earlier caution, also in this fight in 14th. Garmin currently being scored back in 22nd place. I'm sorry, Garmin being scored in 25th, one lap down. A big shock to see David Garmin a lap down so early in the race, but don't expect him to be back there for long. The lead now 1.3 seconds for Kyle Holden. AJ Godsey in second. Harley Barletta in third. Ian Ogden in fourth now as he starts to come alive. He comes past Mark Dantuma. Mark trying to come back across. Caution. Looks like Chris Parker is involved. What in the world? Let's take another look. Back the replay up. Looks like off into turn 3. He gets on the brake. Springer does not need as much brake. And he tries to save it. Ends up going up the track. Collects Brandon Springer. Everybody going to pit road this time. Kyle Holden has the lead. This will give AJ Godsey another shot at him. And as he sits on pit road, let's see if we can get a quick word with our leader. Hey Kyle, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey Doug, what's going on?
Hey, I have to ask, man, you have had a really great season so far, but you've been so close to victory lane, just haven't been able to get there. How good are your chances here tonight?
I'm hoping they're pretty good. That long run there, I still have 90% tires, so I'm thinking I'm going to be pretty good here. We'll just see if we can get past AJ here on this next run here and see what happens.
Well, you were definitely faster than him. You pulled away to a big gap, and at least for the moment, you've got a while before you have to deal with lap traffic.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It gives us a chance to pull away and do something, hopefully we just get a caution every time we get back up to the, to the last car there and then just keep things rolling.
Well, good luck, man. It has been an awesome race so far.
Appreciate it, man.
Kyle Holden went to pit road as the leader, currently in third place. Bill Percy did not go to pit road. Bill last pitted on lap 1, had ended up going a lap down, got waved back around, now has the lead. And I have to wonder, accident or intentional? Is Bill headed to pit road? He is not going to pit road. He is pulling over and dropping to the back of the field. That'll give the lead to AJ Godsey. Kyle Holden in second. Okay. Bill is taking an EOL, going to the back. Probably a very smart move on Bill's part, being on old tires. So AJ Godsey, Kyle Holden will have the front row. Harley Barletta, Ian Ogden on the second row. Mark Dantuma, Jared Heasley have the third. Greg McDaniel, Jeff Hinkle on the fourth. Eric Stoy and Matt Johnston rounding out the top 10. Pace car drops off at the entrance to turn 2, then the long drive back towards 3 and 4. AJ Godsey will control the restart. All right, here we go into turn 3. AJ in control of the restart. AJ fires, they are away, green flag back in the air. Kyle Holden gets quickly to second. Harley Barletta looking for third, he has got it. And here comes Mark Dantuma. Now that he has that Chevy power, he is making his way forward. Doesn't have to worry about a Ford blowing up on him. Dan Tuma sends it deep into the corner, slides up just a little bit, causes a massive checkup behind him. Ian Ogden, Jared Heasley managed to hold on to it and get back out of it. Now Jared's got a moment. He is down to the bottom looking for that position. Caution is out behind. Kevin Reed involved. It looks like a lot of cars might be involved in this one. Have to take another look. Kevin takes a hard hit. Vern Spring gets caught in this one. David Garman is caught in it. Chris Parker. Mark Nelson catches a piece of it as well. There's Mark Nelson up on the high side. Oh, he gets clipped as Kevin comes down across the track. Chris Parker is towed to pit road. Yeah, Russell, that Ford's pretty torn up, buddy. Sorry. Not that Ford tough, man. Let's see if we can get a word with our 5th place driver, Ian Ogden. Hey, Ian, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, you look like you're having a little bit of fun and excitement up there in 5th, but they are really struggling to get around you tonight.
Yeah, Phoenix is one of my better tracks, so I'm having a little bit of fun tonight. Me and Harley have run before here and had a really good race, so just, having some fun, enjoying it.
It looks like you've got a lot of late run speed rather, and you really started coming on strong at the end of that long green flag run. Will you be able to work your way forward?
We hope so. We'll see.
All right, man. Good luck. A great showing so far.
Thank you.
Ian currently in 5th place. Just consistently turning laps out there. I really think he's going to have some speed and give these guys a good run for their money later in the race. AJ Godsey in control here, a place he is very used to being. Finally got that championship last season, looking to see if he can repeat this season. Chris Parker has retired from the race, being caught up, and I think he has been caught in every single incident so far on track. A rough night for Chris. It looked like he had quite a bit of speed here at Phoenix, but wasn't to be tonight. Andre Guerra also retiring here. He has been caught in every incident, including losing the entire front end in the first incident and going flying in the second one. Everybody stacked back up, side by side for the restart. It is still AJ Godsey and Kyle Holden up front. Harley Barletta, Mark Dantuma have the second row. Ian Ogden, Greg McDaniel on the third row. Ian Ogden and Jared Heasley on the third row. Greg McDaniel, Jeff Hinkle on the fourth. William Mann Jr., Eric Stoy rounding out the top 10. Here they come through 3 and 4. AJ in control of the restart again. He fires. They are away. Green flag back in the air. AJ gets a good jump on the field, looking through the pack to see if anybody makes some massive moves. DJ, oh, they got some 2 wide and 3 wide action going on back there. Aaron Mason fighting with DJ, the Iceman Kenner. That is the battle for 12th place right now. Both drivers up 10 spots from where they started. DJ currently up 10 spots into 12th. Aaron up 10 spots into 13th. Meanwhile, AJ out front just turned the fastest lap of the race so far. Harley Barletta has made his way to second. Kyle Holden now back to third. Mark Dantuma in fourth. Ian Ogden currently running in fifth. Greg McDaniel up 4 spots now into 6th place. And here comes William Mann Jr. up to 7th, but he's got Jared Heasley all over the back bumper. Jeff Hinkle back there in 9th. Eric Stoy in 10th. AJ about a half-second lead over Harley right now. Kyle Holden trying to get back to the lead. As we mentioned, several races this season, he has been up in contention to win. Hasn't got to victory lane yet, although he does have the points lead over Harley Barletta by 3 points. Mark Dantuma in 4th, since switching to the Chevy, has consistently been faster. Up into 4th place now, Ian Ogden in 5th. Greg McDaniel in 6th, William Mann Jr. in 7th, Jared Heasley is 8th, Jeff Hinkle is 9th, Eric Stoy in 10th. Is that Junior that just cut the entire infield, just trying to put some breathing room between him and Heasley? Heasley, though, off turn 2, has a bit of a run down into turn 3. He sends it in, slides up the track, has to back out of it. Junior pulls ahead. Heasley back in 8th, Jeff Hinkle in 9th, Eric Stoy in 10th. As we mentioned, he has continued to march his way forward, been as high as 8th place tonight, continuing to work his way back toward the front. Richie West currently in 11th, up 8 spots tonight. DJ Kenner, Aaron Mason still battling it out as well. Kevin Reed, after that hard hit, is now back into 14th. Bill Percy did get to pit road under the last caution, now in 15th. William Mann Sr. in 16th. Brandon Springer currently 17th. Springer looking down to the bottom. Mark Nelson back in 18th. Mark struggling here tonight. Used to seeing him up in the top 10 and top 5. AJ has extended his lead to 1 second over Barletta. Kyle Holden in third, Mark Dantuma in fourth, Ian Ogden just holding on to that fifth place. Although it has seemed throughout the race that the longer they run, the less fall off Ian seems to have, and he starts to come alive. That has been also the case with Greg McDaniel consistently over the last couple of seasons, has become extremely good at saving tires and being a late run. Oh! Greg gets the wall out of turn 2. Trying to look and see. Let's see if we can get a closer look at the right side of Greg McDaniel's car. Obviously a decent sized hit. A little bit of damage down the right side, pancaking it, but not terrible. Hopefully he can overcome that little bit of damage. William Mann Jr. in 7th place. Now has to contend with Jeff Hinkle. Jared Heasley, having battled it out with him, has drifted back a couple of spots. Hinkle now up to 8th. Eric Stoy up to 9th. DJ in 10th. Although 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th all right there together. And Hinkle starting to look not quite there yet. Meanwhile, up front, AJ just turning laps, taking him away, has managed to maintain right at a 1 second lead over Kyle Holden now, who's taken second from Harley Barletta. And Brandon Springer has gotten, there has been quite a battle going on back here between William Mann Sr., Brandon Springer, and Mark Nelson. Springer now under William Mann Sr. Garmin is right there along with Rick Surgeon. Oh, Surgeon gets the wall, and I think Garmin might have caught a piece of that. Garmin's got to run up top. He gets around Surgeon. William Mann Sr. managing to hold off Brandon Springer. Springer cuts the back straightaway, or front straightaway, excuse me. Oh, William Mann Sr. hard into the wall. Springer sees it. He gets down to the bottom. Garmin's got hopped up to the top. And a lot of these cars at the back half of the field really torn up. Kevin Reed has caught up to Richie West now. And the Iceman is now up to 11. DJ Kenner started in 22nd, now up to 11th, trying to run down Jeff Hinkle. AJ Gonsi's lead is starting to shrink. Since Kyle took second place, it's now down to around 0.8 of a second. Kyle is charging towards AJ. Harley Barletta in third, losing a little bit of ground. Mark Dantuma now in fourth. Ian Ogden still in fifth. You gotta give a shout out to Ian Ogden here. He has just been so consistent. Drivers have gotten to his back bumper, but really have been unable to get around him. And late in the run, he's got as much, if not more, speed than the leaders. Just past halfway. AJ Gotzi still in the lead. Only 2 leaders in the race. Actually, 3. Bill Percy took the lead for a lap under caution. And Vern Spring comes off pit road. Matt Johnston looks like he might have been to pit road. Hey, good evening, Richie. How's it going, buddy? Speaking of Richie West up 5 spots into 14th and starting to run down Aaron Mason. But look at this, a guy involved in the first incident went a lap down, then did not pit under one caution when everybody else pitted. He stayed out, then wisely taking an EOL because of the old tires. Still fighting his way up. Bill Percy up 9 spots into 15th. I swear, he is just overcoming everything here tonight. Mark Nelson back in 16th. Garmin in 17th. Heavy damage to Garmin's car. Brandon Springer in 18th. Heavy damage to his car. Matt Johnston in 19th. He looks okay. Although I do believe his pit stop was to do some repairs. Austin Habel running a modified. Entire front clip missing off that car. Still in the fight. Rick Sargent back in 21st, excuse me. Surprised we aren't seeing Rick Sargent charge through the field right now. Another guy who comes alive on these long runs. You know, this track being as flat as it is very aero dependent to help keep the car planted and get around the turns. Really surprised Austin Habel is not only able to keep up with these guys, he's trying to make moves on them. Austin Habel now down to the bottom under Matt Johnston. William Mann Sr. is on his way off pit road. Bill Percy on pit road. Are we seeing our first and possibly only round of green flag stops? Most of the drivers should be able to go the distance from here. All right, Skyler, see ya. Looking forward to June 22nd, the memorial race, and raising that $5,000 for the American Cancer Society. Kyle Holden has caught up to AJ Godsey. Kyle really working the throttle there as you see the exhaust flames. Doing everything he can to close the gap on AJ. See if he can make something happen here. AJ, not easy to pass, but the speed Kyle has had here tonight is going to be hard to hold off. Harley Barletta in third, now almost 3 seconds behind the battle for the lead. Mark Dantuma in fourth, another 2.3 seconds back from him. Ian Ogden just 0.8 of a second back. Ian is definitely gaining on Dantuma. Greg McDaniel up to 6th. Eric Stoy is up to 7th place. But here comes William Mann Sr. Not on the lead lap. Comes by Eric Stoy. Austin Habel is on. No, he is not. He dropped down to the apron and it looked like he was going to pit road. Great job by Austin keeping that car up front, or keeping it on the track rather, and fighting his way forward despite no front clip. AJ Godsey, the leader, is now in lap traffic. We knew this was coming. It's just a 1 mile track, and the speeds these guys are running, we knew lap traffic would be an issue at some point. Here it is. Kyle Holden said under the last caution he was hoping for a chance to get past AJ before they got to lap traffic. That has not been the case. And now they have to contend with each other and lap traffic. A little bit close for Kyle Holden as they come off the turns. Matt Johnston up there. Off turn 2, down the back straightaway. Kyle's still all over the back bumper of AJ, but having to fight lap traffic is not helping his cause. AJ and Kyle look low on Austin Habel. Kyle all over the back bumper of AJ Godsey's car, trying to make him make a mistake here. If he can pull off getting AJ to make a mistake, I would be impressed. Oh, he is all over AJ's bumper. Trying to build up a run down the straightaway. Will this be the move? Not yet. AJ still managing to hold him off. Just over 40 laps to go. They've got a little bit of a break before they reach the next lap car. DJ, the Iceman, is on pit road. Green flag stops, the final stop of the night underway. Harley Barletta in third is stuck behind the lap traffic, not able to clear it as quickly as AJ and Kyle. He is losing time to the leaders. Mark Dantuma in fourth has not caught the lap traffic as much of it yet. Plus, with cars coming off pit road on fresher tires, things are about to get a bit interesting. Ian Ogden currently in fifth, just working his way around. He's still right behind Mark Dantuma, but also having to deal with lap traffic. Greg McDaniel back in sixth, Eric Stoy in seventh. Brandon Springer is further back between the two of those drivers. Brandon Springer currently being scored in at 21st, but that car is torn up. Kyle Holden has gotten by for the lead. Let's see how it happened. Across the start-finish line, down towards turn 1 and 2. He cuts the apron. Sends it into turn 1, drifts it up a little. AJ just does not have the momentum to get the run. A quick word to race control. I know Topher is listening. Hey, buddy, save the replay. We're having storms here. Hoping that these would hold off until the race was over, but that's not looking to be the case. Harley Barletta is on pit road. AJ Godsey, Jared Heasley, Austin Habel, all on pit road. Kyle Holden, Mark Dantuma are staying out. DJ Kenner is off pit road. Kevin Reed now on pit road. DJ Kenner on fresh tires. This tells you how fast Kyle Holden is. DJ's struggling to get by him. DJ follow. Jared Heasley's around. Let's see if we can see what happened to Heasley here. Just gets loose. Off turn 4, hits the inside wall. Manages to get the car corrected and get going again. Drops back to 17th after being up in the top 10. Hey, good evening, Lonnie. How's it going, buddy? And you guys don't forget, we will be posting information. The leader is on pit road. Kyle Holden to pit road for his final stop. William Mann Jr. now up to second. Garmy now being scored in third. He has not been in for his final stop. Here comes Junior onto pit road. He is going to get his final stop. Garmin is staying out. As we were saying, don't forget to check out the Facebook page. We will be posting more information about the Kathy Linder Memorial Race coming up June 22nd. How you can be a part of it. You can race in it. There are still some spots open to race. There are still spots available for sponsorship. Over almost $1,000 now in prizes and cash will be awarded as we try and raise $5,000 for the American Cancer Society. Richie West has stayed out now into second place. AJ Godsey after his stop currently in third. Kyle Holden after his stop in fourth. AJ way ahead, and Kyle has a battle with Harley Barletta and a lot of lap traffic racing. Oh my God, 3 wide. 3 wide at Phoenix is sketchy at best. Kyle Holden quickly makes quick work of the lap traffic and makes quick work of Harley Barletta. But he is now 9 seconds behind AJ Godsey with just over 30 laps to go. Richie West is down for his final stop. Garmin in the lead still has not been to pit road. Caution is out. Vern Spring, Kevin Reed, side by side off 2. Oh, Kevin and Vern, hard hits. Vern ends up towing to pit road. His night may be over. Richie West was on pit road when the caution came out. Garmin is just now giving up the lead. So Garmin and Richie West might be the 2 biggest benefactors of this caution. Sometimes you question Garmin's strategy and then he pulls off a miracle like this. Let's see if we can get a word with our leader. Hey, AJ, this is Doug. You got me?
I got you, Doug.
Hey, I have to ask, man, can you hold, now that Kyle, your 9-second lead is going, can you hold Kyle Holden off long enough?
I mean, I doubt it. We'll see here. He's definitely got the fresher tires. I didn't want to see that caution, but he seems like he's a little bit faster than me all race. So, yeah, I have my hands full here. Hopefully, him and Harley get side by side again. I get a little bit of gap.
The lap traffic definitely benefited you there, but you won't have, it's unlikely, rather, that you're going to have lap traffic to deal with this time. Does the clean air give you a little help, or would you rather be back in lap traffic as quickly as you were getting through it?
I like the clean air. It seemed like when I was behind him, he was able to check out, and when I was out front, it seemed like I was able to hold it a little bit. So I'll take the clean air.
All right, man. Well, good luck. You are about to have your hands full, buddy.
Yes, sir.
So AJ Godsey has the lead, but you heard it from the man himself. He does not think he can hold Kyle Holden off. David Garman, after his staying out until the caution, he actually is going to restart about 9th place. Richie West was on pit road when the caution came out. He is currently in 12th. Both drivers getting a little bit of help out of that caution. Still have 12 cars on the lead lap. William Mann Jr. is stopped. He is the last car on the lead lap in 12th place. They stack back up for the restart. AJ Godsey, Kyle Holden on the front row. Harley Barletta, Mark Dantuma have the second row. Ian Ogden still in 5th place. And Greg McDaniel now in 6th. Eric Stoy, Jeff Hinkle, DJ the Iceman Kidder, and David Garman rounding out the top 10. And although AJ has been fast and Kyle has been extremely fast, DJ and Garman back up in the top 10 on fresh tires this late in the race could be worrisome for the top 2. Lights are out on the pace car. William Mann Jr. does get back in line. Everybody stacking back up for the restart. You know, we haven't done this whole race long. As they go to the green, the pace car is going to pull in. When they get down to turn 3, turn your volume up. We'll just crank it up a little bit. How about that? And they come down the back straightaway towards turn number 3. AJ Godsey will control the restart. Alrighty, folks. Turn up your volume. Crank it up. AJ Godsey gets the jump on the restart, pulls ahead of Kyle Holden. Kyle is on fresher tires, but only by about 5 laps. 26 laps to go. Can Kyle Holden get back around AJ and make something happen here? Lap traffic will not be an issue this time. Kyle all over AJ's back bumper. Harley Barletta in 3rd, now over a second behind. Mark Dantuma in 4th. Greg McDaniel has made his way up into 5th. Ian Ogden, though, trying to hold on to that top 5 spot. Eric Stoy in 7th, and Garmy up to 8th now and continues his march forward. Remember, Garmin was on pit road, one of the few, actually I think the only lead lap car on Garmin and Richie West, the only 2 lead lap cars on pit road under that caution. And DJ Kenner. I forgot DJ Kenner was also on pit road. Those guys have the freshest tires in the field, but Kyle Holden has a run under AJ as they come through 1 and 2. Kyle Holden is back to the lead. AJ still trying to stay right with him in 2nd. Harley Barletta in 3rd. Mark Dantuma in 4th, and now Greg McDaniel in 5th. Ian Ogden in 6th. Now has Eric Stoy looking down below. And here comes Garmin in 8th place trying to make something happen. He's got to run down to the bottom. Garmin's going to try and make it 3 wide into turn 3. Eric pulls ahead. It's only 2 wide. Oh! Garmin gets together with Ian Ogden. Garmin down on the bottom. It looked like Ian just thought he had a little bit more room. Comes down. They get together. Jeff Hinkle hanging on back in 9th and Richie West in 10th. Here comes another set of fresh tires. Richie West and DJ Kenner both on fresh tires, continuing their marches toward the front. 20 laps to go for Kyle Holden. Kyle already in just the last 5 laps, opening up a half-second lead over AJ. Harley Barletta currently in 3rd, 1.7 seconds back, but has his hands full as here comes Mark Dantuma and Greg McDaniel. And Eric Stoy, who's been hanging out around 10th place since this last caution, has come alive and made his way forward. He is now up into 6th. Garmin in 7th, Ian Ogden holding onto the car in 8th. Jeff Hinkle in 9th, Richie West now in 10th, DJ Kenner now in 11th. DJ, the biggest mover of the night, up 11 spots. Second biggest mover, 1 lap down in 13th, Aaron Mason, who started 23rd, up 10 spots to 13. Aaron, woohoo! Aaron got a little bit loose there off turn 2. $17 more times around for Kyle Holden. AJ has dropped back dramatically. Now 1.5 seconds back in 2nd. Harley Barletta in 3rd. Another second, 1.2 seconds back. And it looks like Harley may actually be close. We've got a battle for 4th place as here comes Greg McDaniel trying to take 4th from Mark Dantuma. Greg clears him on the bottom. Mark crossing back over. Mark back to 4th place. I think Greg might have gotten the wall. Mark Dantuma holds on to a 4th. Greg McDaniel still in 5th. Eric Stoy currently in 6th. David Garmin in 7th. Ian Ogden currently in 8th. Jeff Hinkle in 9th and Richie West in 10th. Kyle Holden continuing to increase his lead almost 2 seconds. Fuel will not be an issue. Tires will not be an issue here. AJ in second place knew he couldn't beat Kyle Holden, but can he hold off a hard-charging Harley Barletta, who is now right at a second behind? Harley has made up half a second in the last couple of laps and is continuing to gain on second place AJ Godsey. Mark Dantuma held on to fourth after the battle with Greg McDaniel. Now Greg has Eric Stoy to contend with. Stoy looking low, a little bobble there. And what about David Garman's comeback? He had been drifting back the... Holy cow! Garman just a little bit loose out of turn 2. Garman had been a lap down earlier in the race, managed to get back to the lead lap, managed to fight his way forward, got to the lead, held on to the lead until the caution came out, got to pit under caution, has the freshest tires in the top 10. Kyle Holden coming back around. He'll get 10 to go this time. AJ currently in second, Harley in third, continuing to run him down, but the closure rate has slowed down quite a bit for Harley Barletta. Meanwhile, back behind, Mark Dantuma had pulled away from Greg for a couple of laps. Eric Stoy came up to Greg's back bumper. Greg has decided to find another gear here and is now right back to Mark Dantuma's back bumper. Eric Stoy in 6th, Garmy in 7th, Ian Ogden in 8th. And look at this, the Iceman cometh. Here comes DJ Kenner up to 9th. After starting 22nd, and it looked like he was not having a great race, now he is underneath. He is going for 8th. Is he going to clear? He does clear. Oh, that could not have been any closer. DJ now up into 8th, Ian Ogden into 9th. Jeff Hinkle lurking back there in 10th. Greg McDaniel back to challenging on Mark Dantuma. Eric Stoy lurking just behind. Mark currently in 4th, Greg in 5th, Eric in 6th. Obviously, Mark using every bit of the track. Greg gets a bit of a push into 1 and 2. Oh, and a little wiggle off of 2. Meanwhile, Kyle Holden is entering another zip code. He now has a 3.5 second lead over AJ Godsey. However, Harley Barletta has closed the gap down to AJ to less than 3/4 of a second. But very little time left for Harley Barletta. Harley Barletta comes into tonight second in points. Kyle Holden has the points lead, but no race win. Harley Barletta second in points, but has won a race. Kyle Holden looking for his first win of the season after a few close calls so far this season. Looking to get that first win in 3 more laps. Mark Dantuma, Greg McDaniel still going at it. Eric Stoy right there with him still. And Garmin ever so slowly closing the gap. Kyle Holden gets 2 to go from Barney the Flagman. Harley has not gotten close enough, may not have a shot here. Mark Dantuma, Greg sends it into 1 and 2 really deep. Does not get a push this time. But just not enough to close the gap as Kyle Holden gets the white flag at Phoenix. Kyle Holden coming around one more time is finally going to get his first win of the season. Through 3 and 4, Kyle Holden can finally breathe easy. He comes across and wins at Phoenix. AJ comes home in second. Harley finishes third. Mark Dantuma fourth. Eric Stoy pulls off fifth. And let's see what the heck happened to Greg McDaniel on that last lap. Backing it up just a little bit. Greg was in front of Eric, and it looks like Eric just shot to the high side. Yeah, Eric just gets a big run, goes up to the high side, pinches Greg down. Greg has to check up, opens the door, and David Garmin steps right through it. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with Harley Barletta. Hey Harley, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Hey, how many more laps did you need to get AJ?
10.
Somehow I knew you'd have the exact number you'd need.
Oh, yeah, I planned it out perfectly. We did a really good job this week. We ran a lot of practice, and we worked on saving tires, and it definitely worked out for us. We learned a lot.
Well, it was quite a battle throughout the race. It looked like, man, late in the run, you really came alive. Just was not quickly enough to get up there and get it done, but still a great run up to third, and you'll hold on to second in the points.
That's what's up, man. We can't ask for any more other than a win, so.
Well, man, a great job. Another great run. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
AJ Godsey comes home in second place. AJ, it's Doug. You got me?
I got you, Doug.
Hey, you had one heck of a run. I have to ask, you saw that yellow 81 closing in the mirror. Were you worried at all?
Yeah, I knew he was coming. I knew he definitely had better tires than me. I was just trying to manage the gap the best I could and hold on to it.
Well, you definitely did. It looked like that last 10 laps or so, you were pushing a lot harder than we had seen all night. The back end definitely trying to kick out on you a few times.
Yeah, well, I short pitted there, which would have worked out great had we not got that caution, but I was trying to gap him as much as possible. So on that run, I was really using my tires up. So definitely caution didn't work out in my favor, but that's how it goes sometimes.
Well, still another great run. Second place. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
And let's see if we can talk to our winner. Hey, Kyle, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, Doug, what's going on?
Hey, you have got to be happy with that. After that last pit stop, AJ had a 9-second lead. The caution comes out, and he even said during the caution he could not hold you back.
Yeah, no, I just had a really good run. We had a really good car tonight, and just kind of led us to victory there. Just kind of floated through the corners. I was a little worried there at first there on that second restart there that AJ was so far ahead after the pit stops there, but we ended up getting that caution, and that's what pretty much gave us the win.
I have to ask, man, you've been so close to victory lane this season. You finally got the win, and you had the points lead coming in. It's going to be even bigger now. Is this your season? Are you going to win the championship?
Let's hope so, but only time will tell. You know, there's always going to be those tracks that I'm not good at, and some of them that I just do really well at. So we'll see how the rest of the season goes and go from there.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. That was a heck of a win tonight.
Appreciate it, man. You have a great night.
So Kyle Holden gets his first victory of the season at Phoenix. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out the information about the upcoming charity event, the Kathy Linder Memorial Race. Almost $1,000 in prizes and cash will be awarded, and we're going to raise $5,000 for the American Cancer Society. So go register, get signed up, get your chance to help the charity and win some money and prizes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys had as much fun as we did. We'll see you tomorrow night for Jones BS Racing. Have a great night.